Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort, a one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability, finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back, everybody, here to X Sports Today. AJ Goodwin, Taylor Plott, Hayden Burks, and Michael Marks. Guys, it's Friday, the end of the week, and well, you brought us some clouds. A lot of clouds. That's actually not a bad thing.
Yeah,
it's
not a
bad
bad thing.
I'm not
It's great
gonna
for golf because that's what I'm doing after work today. So.
It's good for mowing the yard, getting all that outside stuff done.
I mowed the yard before I got here.
Why are you wearing this? I asked your team to win one game against the Brewers. You couldn't do it.
Well, we did against Marlins.
We almost lost.
But we came back and got it done.
Because I remember Taylor, we were doing the volleyball game, and Taylor just started laughing. And I'm like, what are you laughing at? He showed me the score. I'm like, yep. There's the Braves. They had a 2-0 lead. Then it was 3-2, 5-2, and then...
Just one time. Just beat the Brewers. Just beat the Brewers.
No, we can't do that.
Seems like nobody can do that this year.
Yeah, that's true.
We can't even beat
with all the metrics they're the weakest hitting team. They don't do. At some point, that's got to come back around.
And it usually does bite you in the rear end. Usually about September. So maybe we'll see that.
Hopefully, the Cubs aren't too far away.
But there are 3 teams in baseball that have not gone on a 5-game losing streak, and all 3 of them are in the NL Central. It's the Brewers, the Reds, and the Cubs.
Wow.
The only teams in baseball without a 5-game losing streak.
Wow. Chase Burns is back for the Reds, so that's about to happen.
Yeah,
so here we go.
Serve 97 right there, middle.
All right, guys. College sports news, and panic in the bayou, guys.
Yeah.
LSU starting quarterback Garrett Nussmeier aggravated the patellar tendonitis he's been dealing with in his knee, but will not miss any significant time. This is according to head coach Brian Kelly on Friday. Kelly dropped in ahead of a news conference Friday with offensive coordinator Joe Sloan to tell reporters that Nussmeier did not suffer a knee injury or even a new one. According to Kelly, Nussmeier has chronic tendonitis in his knee and probably just planted it the wrong way during Wednesday's practice. Nussmeier ranked 5th nationally in passing yards last season, his first as LSU starter, and projects as an NFL first-round pick. Not anymore.
Yeah.
It's not torn. There's no fraying. There's none of that, Kelly said. This is pre-existing. There's nothing really to really see on film with it, but it pissed it off.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he's really trying to
off
fit it
down
down there in the ear. Aggravated a little bit, but he's good to go. So there was panic. People thought he tore his ACL. They canceled media availability.
Yeah.
All if this is just it's just a pre-existing condition and there's nothing here to see, guys, then you don't do what LSU just did.
something's fishy.
Something's, and I will go ahead and say, even if that is the case, that it is just some tendonitis, something going on like that, that's still an issue.
Yeah.
It might not be a torn ACL, it might not be a torn PCL, or just whatever. If that aggravated him the way that it aggravated him, that's not, unless you rest him for several weeks. That's going to be a continuing issue.
And you're not going to be able to do that early, this late in the fall camp, because you have to have your ones ready to go on August 30th, and especially for them, because, again, like we mentioned, I believe yesterday or the day before, they haven't won an week 1 game in 5 or 6 years.
Since Joe Burrow.
Since the year Joe Burrow was there, and you got to go to Death Valley and play Clemson week 1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this isn't 2018 or 2016 Clemson, but it's pretty dang close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at where LSU is and just kind of how Nussmeier is probably in the top 3 when it comes to SEC quarterbacks. And, with what LSU did, canceling media at their practices and all that stuff. And I saw the report, and, there was a lot of people saying it was ACL, and then other people were saying it was fine. And then we saw that they canceled the media, and I'm like, okay, something's not right.
Well, it looked fishy.
Yeah.
Their media team posted a picture of their quarterback saying, getting rolling or something like that, and it was Nussmeier and Michael Van Buren.
Yeah.
I mean,
So full DEFCON 1 mode from the fans down there.
I mean, the mobility is going to be an issue, though, because, he's not an out-of-pocket quarterback, but if he has to get out of the pocket, it's going to be tough for him.
I've been covering several Division I teams throughout the course of my career, and when they cancel practice, they don't just do it for, he re-aggravated an injury. There's a lot more to that.
For this to, Brian Kelly said that it was a pre-existing injury, so it's looking like something that could be chronic. And again, looking at him as being a first-round pick,
exactly. I was getting ready to say that.
You don't want to waste a first-round pick on a quarterback that may have a bum leg.
And then on top of that, we cancel media availability. I'm jumping in on someone else's press conference beforehand to say stuff. I mean, if anything, you're ruining this kid's prospects because you can't handle your emotions if it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So.
Well, think about it this way. You make a good point where he said this is a pre-existing injury. Have we even heard that this had been a pre-existing injury?
Not to my knowledge.
I haven't heard anything either. But when you look at it from a player's perspective, and we've all played sports at this table, what happens, especially with your knee, if you plant your knee, as soon as you move it, it's going to hurt. What do you naturally try to do? Let up on it, or you try to maneuver in a different way to make it not feel good.
Yep.
What does that do to your muscles? It might affect your muscles.
Yep.
Then you might end up hurting something else because you tried to
overcompensate.
Yep. That you make a good point. Who is going to want to take him as a top 15, whatever, 20 draft pick or wherever he could be with that?
We've seen it too in the case of a lot of players, especially in the NBA level, football level too, but NBA just recently, Halliburton strained his hamstring, not his hamstring, but his
calf.
His calf, and then saw what happened.
Yeah.
I want to give to be a fly on the wall on some of these, especially at the college level, some of these meetings that they have.
Well, any meeting room that Brian Kelly is in.
We're like, a good example was a couple years ago, the year before the Vols won the national championship in baseball. Who was the player that mysteriously just wasn't in the lineup?
Zane Denton. I believe it was him.
And then, like, his dad's on social media arguing with reporters. Vitello handled it as poorly as you can handle it. In my opinion, that's what ruined their chances of a national championship, because your head coach, instead of just coming out and saying, hey, he doesn't feel good, he's not going to be here today, he'll be back in the lineup tomorrow. But
the Evan Russell, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. I remember now.
And he completely handled it the wrong way, and that ruined everything else. Instead of just being truthful, you don't have to be completely truthful with
But just say he's under the weather.
He's under the weather. He's just not feeling good, guys. He's not going to be here today, but he will be here tomorrow. But to go the way that he went with it, like, there's got to be people in these rooms that go, you know what? That's going to backfire on you.
Yeah.
Like, volunteer me. I will say it straight to your face. I don't care how many millions you make. You don't need most people in PR at these major colleges are just yes men. Yes, yes, this. There's not a lot of
we
people
need to
going,
know
that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's going to backfire on you. Hey, Petrino, let's not do your press conference in the neck brace.
Yes.
Yep.
Like,
How do you not think that's going to go?
cuts and bruises all over your face.
You think that they're just going to stand there and just be like, we're not going to ask anything about what you look like physically.
Yeah.
But what's the first question? Coach, what happened?
Yeah.
Because nobody. Yeah.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it's the media blew it out of proportion. No, you handled it wrong to begin with because you weren't an adult.
Well, and then you had people, obviously that was a Tennessee team that hit a ton of home runs that year, and a lot of people were speculating. It's like, oh, he had to take a drug test this morning. He may have failed that drug test and stuff like that.
You stir up all that when you just don't handle it right from the get-go. And you only have yourself to blame, which they never do blame themselves, because God forbid someone who makes a lot of money looks in the mirror and goes, you know what, I really effed that one up.
Yeah.
We need more people to admit that nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah, they never do. But the moment you call them out on, oh, you're just a hater. No, we're not haters. We're just realistic adults.
Yes.
You wouldn't let your own kids get away with that. Why are you going to let this guy get away with it?
Yep.
Anyways, rant for another time. Speaking of doing dumb things, NBA free agent Malik Beasley was under investigation, and a federal gambling probe was evicted from his high-rise apartment in Detroit on Wednesday. According to court reports, Beasley's landlord sued him twice this year in Michigan's 36th District Court for a total of $21,505 in unpaid rent. The records show the first case was dismissed in March, but the court issued an eviction order in the second suit for $7,355 after Beasley failed to respond. Beasley's attorney did not immediately respond for requests for comment. Beasley's social media posts in recent weeks indicate that he has been traveling in Europe. He is the third NBA player known to be investigated by the Eastern District of New York for gambling allegations just the past 18 months. The allegations against him are from the 23-24 season when he was with the Bucks. He has not been charged with the crime.
So my first question is, all right, so he's being investigated by gambling.
Mm-hmm.
What was the thing that he was supposed to be paying? Rent. And he didn't pay it?
And this is a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
or maybe a former millionaire.
Right. Well, all right, to go off of that question again, where was he traveling again?
Europe.
That's not cheap.
Do you not have, so apparently you don't have money to pay rent, but you have money to go to Europe?
And he's looking for a new team to go play for because he won't be in the NBA.
I'm thinking all he owes is $21,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, in a high-rise apartment, I'm like, number one, that's probably a really good deal. Number two, just pay the thing.
Just pay the thing, unless for some reason you've just gambled all your money away, apparently.
For some reason, like, this is a problem with athletes. Like, I've heard a lot of stories. I've read a lot.
I was about to say, let's find athletes that aren't gambling.
Yeah.
That might be easier to do at this point.
Antonio Brown, remember, he was notorious. He's got like hundreds of liens against him. Ben Roethlisberger, when he was going through his crap at Pittsburgh, he was known for going into the expensive restaurants, not paying the bills. Like, why? Like, you can easily. It's not because you can do it. You can't do that. People are going to come get you at some point.
You're not high society. You're going to a public restaurant.
The thing that every time I hear stories like this, my initial thought, especially with when I say kids nowadays, not necessarily kids, but the the generation that is now going into college, being drafted out of college to go play these sports, these young athletes. And the question is, do they even know how to go about money?
Right.
Because I remember, at least when I went through high school, you did have classes for economics. You had
Financial
home ec, and
Yeah.
you had classes that did teach you some type of, how to make money, how to be able to save money, what to do with your money and everything. And it just seems like there's stuff that is not being taught, and it seems I could be completely wrong about it, but it just seems like this is becoming more of an issue, not just with the gambling, but with you get these multi-million-dollar athletes that get their first ever contract, and next thing you know, they're just blown all of it.
Yeah, it's crazy because I learned how to balance a checkbook and how to write a check in 7th grade.
Yes.
I was about to say, my generation doesn't know how to.
Freshman year.
Yep.
I would say my generation probably doesn't know how to fill out a check, probably doesn't know how to sign their name in cursive. I mean, it's just little things like that, and we're sending people out in the world expecting them how to, kind of be able to control millions and millions of dollars on their own, pretty much.
It just boggles my mind. Like, I'm looking at it from 40-year-old glasses here, but I'm watching. This guy owes this money. He's got to pay for rent. He's in trouble in a gambling probe. He's making it worse because he is not paying his rent. But
And now he's in a different country.
Yeah.
I'm juggling 2 kids, doing all the work that we do here, and now I'm helping coach a t-ball team. But I can do that and still pay my bills on time. Like, what? How hard is it to do? Like, this is simple stuff.
Yeah.
And you can do it on your phone. It's really
Yeah.
easy.
What
you
was
can pay all your bills?
What was the stuff that I talked about this morning? Obviously it's Friday, so payday here. Well, I almost made a funny mistake by accidentally like doubling up payment on like a credit card because I should have been the other one, but got that figured out. But it's like, got paid today. Well, guess what? There's a bill coming up.
Pay the
what did
bills.
I do? I paid the bill.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty simple.
Not that hard. It takes you literally. You can pay every bill that you have probably within 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That, or if you just set like a schedule, like, hey, this is when my that money is transferred out. But then again, I'll go to the fact, and we've seen y'all are talking about the young athletes and guys that are coming right out of college and getting those big contracts. It's influence as well, and trusting people with their money.
Yep,
I mean, we
that's
see
true.
agents and keyword, especially in the college NIL level, parenting.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
putting so.
Yeah,
That's
you guys are right. We're set. This generation is set up to fail.
Yeah.
in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, because when I was in school, we had to keep like a keyboard typing class.
Yes.
To learn how to use
Yep.
life skills like that you wouldn't think are critical, but they are critical, in my opinion.
There's a lot of people are failing this generation, and some of it's on this generation as well.
Yeah.
You can easily look up how to do things.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I easily look.
I
up
would
how
say
to put
it's
something
just as
together.
much, let's say somewhat negligent from the generation above us to just us being lazy. I mean, I'll say it firsthand. This generation is lazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying everybody, but for a general consensus,
Yes.
I'll be the first to say I'm lazy with certain things, but when I know I've got to get something done, I'm going to get it done.
something financially, if it needs to get done, I'll get it done.
Yeah.
All right, some more NBA news. The Celtics have signed Joe Mazzulla, their head coach, to a multi-year contract extension. Length and details of the new deal have not been released. Mazzulla is 37, coming off his 3rd season as the Celtics coach, guided the team to the playoffs each season, including the franchise's 18th NBA title back in 2024. He was the youngest head coach to win the NBA Finals since the 68-69 season when 35-year-old Bill Russell led the Celtics to a championship as a player's coach. The Celtics have won at least 57 games and topped 60 victories each of the past 2 years.
I was about to say youngest since there was a guy that was playing and coaching at the same time. So, I mean, I think it's a great contract, obviously, because I don't think this year's going to be a very good year for Boston. Obviously, no Tatum. You've shipped out Drew Holiday. You shipped out Kristaps Porzingis. It's Jaylen Brown's team this year, and nothing against him. I just don't think it's going to be a very good year. And so it's good to go ahead and kind of secure your coach for the future. So after this year, when you go, I don't know, let's say just 41-41 or whatever it is. And so people aren't just, fire Joe Mazzulla. Just lock him up. This year's, just throw it in the trash and we'll rebuild in June.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the same thing. It's like he's proven his worth. So yes, go ahead and lock him up. Yes, is this year going to be a down year? Most likely. Could they go 500? Probably. But they know what his worth is. They know this year is probably going to be a little rough, but they know that they need him for the future because he's proven that he can coach, and that's what I get out of it. I think it's a good move.
Well, I think it's he's obviously a great coach. I mean, won NBA title, and like you say, he's won 65 plus games the past few years he's been coaching. But we're going to say how good of a coach he is.
That's true.
To be able to figure out the guys who need to be going into the lineup, and losing Tatum, injuries, and I mean, we saw when they made the playoffs that first year in 2022 against Golden State, they were like the 10th seed. At the deadline. And they went on a crazy 20-game win streak or something and made it to the NBA Finals that year. I think they were 2 games below 500 at the deadline.
Yeah,
too, so,
they're
proven.
Well, I mean, obviously the Celtics have had a bit of a strange recent history with coaches. Obviously, they had Ime Udoka, had some stuff go on with him. They moved on, and Joe Mazzulla stepped in right off his staff and became the head coach, and immediately, I mean, that success continued. So obviously he proved his value. I remember watching the finals 2 years ago against the Mavericks. You know what they were talking about on ESPN after the game? Defense. How long has it been since the NBA was worried about defense? And he made that a big enough emphasis that Luka looked left out. Honestly, on play style. So, I mean, I think he's a great young coach. I think he's trying to teach these guys kind of the right way to play basketball, so to speak. So, it's a great decision to lock him up for the future.
And I will say it's the guy that went in that needs to get credit for it, Brad Stevens.
Yes,
former Celtics coach. He is probably, in my opinion, the second best executive in the league behind. What's the guy in Oklahoma?
Oh, Sam Presti.
Yeah, Sam Presti. Yep.
I mean, I'm biased. He's a West Virginia guy. I covered him in college, so love old Joey Maz. What a good guy.
Got a lot of energy too.
A lot of energy, and he's real. He's honest. And
I was about to say the best press conferences in the world.
Yeah, he just tells you what he's getting to. He's like. People say whatever they want to. Words don't hurt people. They really don't.
Well, the best thing, it was right after they had won the finals. It may have not been this in this exact instance, but he was like, oh, we're all going to get old and die anyway. What does it matter?
Yeah. Maybe LSU and Brian Kelly need to call him up and kind of see, hey, how do you handle this stuff? How do you actually tell the truth?
Too much ego there. Those guys, they can never admit that they're wrong.
And his family.
Football,
family. Well, coming up next, guys, we're going to play some more Keep 'em and Dump 'em, as we're going to take a look at the world of the Group of Five when we return.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Welcome to Mid-South Barn Dominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson Cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
Hi, I'm Jeff Overton, pastor of Mars Hill Baptist Church. And it's that time of year again where the hallways of the schools come alive with life. We love hearing the children go back, their laughter, their squeals, the excitement. And we want you to know at Mars Hill Baptist Church, we're praying for you as you start back to school. Whether you're in the kindergarten and starting your very first day, or whether this is your senior year, it's the last time you're going to walk the halls of that high school. We want you to know we're praying for you and we're supporting you. We're praying you have a great, productive year, a safe year, and when you come to the end of this school year, you look back and say, what a great year it's been. I also like to encourage you. We have a great children and student ministries at Mars Hill Baptist Church, and we'd love to come alongside you and help you grow in that area of your life as well. So as you begin this school year, Begin knowing we're behind you, we support you, and we love you. God bless you. Have a great school year.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome. That's Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg, 106 North Military Avenue, just north of the square.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right. Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. You're good with Taylor Plott, Hayden Burks, Michael Marks. Guys, we've been doing a lot of keep 'em and dump 'em. We started with Big Ten, went to the ACC. Now, Friday, we're going to go group of 5. We're not going to go team by team, but we're going to go here with the teams with the best odds to win, I guess you could say, according to FanDuel.
Well, this could be our number 12 in the playoffs. So this has some. I would say this has some big implications.
This is why we're talking about. So there's 3 teams that are sitting at 8.5 in the American right now: Memphis, Navy, and Tulane.
Memphis definitely.
I feel like Memphis always just wins 9 games. Always. It doesn't matter who they play.
I'm keeping Memphis. I think 9.
I'm keeping Memphis, Navy, and Tulane. I don't know about Tulane.
I would say they lost Darian Mensah. Jake Retzlaff, the quarterback from BYU, did transfer down there a couple weeks ago. Obviously, will probably not play this year, and if he does, it'll be later in the season. Lost Darian Mensah, but as long as John Summerall's down there, I'm on Tulane.
And both of these teams are going to play some Power 4 conference opponents. I think Tulane's got Duke at home.
Yes,
So,
they play a couple of power.
Didn't Mensa go there?
Yeah.
Go to Duke. So they've got opportunities. It's not like they're playing nobody.
Well, I'm about to say Northwestern, Duke, Ole Miss. So they're playing.
That's three.
Three of the 4.
Out of the 3 of those,
you're looking
your
good.
Profile looks really, and you win the American. Your profile wins
because their schedule's not really too demanding. I mean, you got to go to Memphis, which is not going to be very easy. You got to go all the way up to Temple, but they're not very good. So it's not the most demanding schedule.
You said all of them were 8.5?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm definitely keeping Tulane. I'm keeping Memphis. I think at least 9 wins each for those teams.
Go ahead.
Navy.
Because they were really good last year.
We were going into potentially the Army-Navy game where Navy has a chance to get that bid into the playoffs.
Yeah, I would say. I think they both played that game with 1 loss maybe each.
But I don't remember if they're getting anybody back or whatnot.
I think Blake Horvath, their quarterback, is coming back, which is big for them. But
it's Navy though, so you
Yeah.
kind of just fill in whoever. It's kind of rinse and repeat with that bunch.
It's just weird because you don't really know, because Army and Navy for the most part, at least of my football watching career, have always been around the 4 to 6 win range, and then last year they really came out of nowhere. Navy did.
I can see 9,
and they started actually passing the ball.
Yeah.
too.
The last 5 and 6 years. I mean, they're perennial 9-10 win teams.
I could see 9.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're talking 8.5. We can see 9 wins for all these guys, but realistically, to get into the playoff, to get that spot, you're gonna have to be a 10-win team.
Oh yes,
at least.
And I don't know, if you're playing, you can beat Northwestern. Duke's. I was reading a lot about Duke last night when I was uploading some videos. I'm like, okay, they might have lost Mensa, but it looks like they got pretty much everyone back.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is, you got to go there.
Hey, listen, it's not
9-3 is great, and winning the American's great, but you need at least 10 wins in the regular season.
And I think it's smart that they scheduled maybe some of the, at least in the case of Northwestern and maybe Duke, kind of the lower end of the Power 5 spectrum. But it also puts a team like Ole Miss that's kind of the fringe playoff hopeful and be like, okay, say we at least keep it competitive with Ole Miss early in the season. Hey, that shows our guys, listen, we can belong here.
Yep.
We
and they can get better.
We just played an SEC team and we were pushing them around. I think that's big for a team's confidence.
Yes.
Yeah. Moving ahead now to the Mountain West Conference, you've got the best ones we have. UNLV 8.5, Boise at 10.5.
Yeah, Boise, I got to dump. I don't see them being a 10-win team.
Well, 10.5. That's all but one game.
Yeah, exactly. UNLV though, I think you said they're 8.5.
Yeah,
I think that's a 9-win team.
And they've got a couple Power 5 teams. I want to say, I know UCLA's coming there, and they go to somebody, and they're all winnable games.
Yeah,
and they've been really good. I mean, you've got Mullen there as a head coach. I don't know. Does that change things? Is he Florida Mullen, or is he Dak Prescott, Mississippi State?
I always thought Florida firing Dan Mullen was the dumbest thing they could have done. Obviously, 2021 wasn't the greatest year for Florida, but you're 1 year removed from a thrown shoe away from the playoffs.
Yep.
And obviously, literally a thrown shoe away from making that Florida team possibly, if they beat Alabama in that SEC championship game, they're going to the playoff.
Yes.
And then you have a poor 2021 when you didn't really have a quarterback. Emory Jones was your quarterback, and he's one of those names you bring up in a forgotten quarterbacks video. Yep. I thought it was dumb to fire him anyway. Goes to ESPN, sits at the analyst desk for a little bit, gets a head coaching job at UNLV. I think they're going to be excellent this year. He is a great quarterback coach.
Yeah, I'm keeping UNLV. I'm dumping Boise just because I don't think they make it 11. They might make it 10, but I really think that they make it 9. I think that's kind of what they're looking at this year. Now, I mean, it is Boise. They got a good coach, got a good staff up there. Who knows? They could surprise people and end up having that 11-win season. But they lost their best running back that they probably had ever there.
Though. I think that's
really I would say Genty's all you lost, but that was a lot to lose. That's a lot of your offense.
Because that was literally the best running back that you've had ever at Boise State. I still think they're a very good quality team. 9 wins, I think, where they'll be. So I'll dump them from 10.5. But UNLV, Yeah.
And hey, listen, third Saturday in October, you got UNLV at Boise. That'll probably be like a midnight game.
They have a championship game.
Yeah,
so, they do.
There's opportunities if you can if you're say you're a Boise, because remember Boise goes to Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
you beat them, which is realistic.
Yeah,
anyone can beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame now.
Yep,
I mean that's Marshall and Northern Illinois both proven.
You've proven that.
Do
yep.
that. And then you pick up not one but 2 wins against the other best team in your conference.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting pretty
at
that point. But the same for, say, UNLV beats UCLA at home, then beats Boise twice.
Yeah.
You're sitting pretty because more than likely if that happens, you're winning 10 games.
Yeah. And it's a Mountain West that's not completely stacked.
Right.
I mean, you go like a handful of years ago, it was actually pretty.
Yeah,
San
the
Diego
Mountain
State was good. Yeah. Wyoming was still good. Yeah. You had Boise State, Colorado State was
Nevada
good.
felt like they were always pretty good.
And now you were looking at it, and it's like
UNLV.
Really only Boise State and UNLV. You could maybe toss in Colorado State.
Yeah, or like a Fresno, Utah State, something like that. But
you're not competing against the Mountain West that it used to be a couple years ago.
I think we're looking at UNLV and Boise again. And obviously, Boise, you return your quarterback, Maddox Madsen from last year, great quarterback, great young coach. And then you go to UNLV, and you got it. They had to bring in a lot. You bring in Dan Mullen at your head coach. He's brought in 2 quarterbacks, Alex Orji from Michigan and Anthony Calandria from Virginia. So he's got 2 quarterbacks with some Power 5 starting experience. I think it'll be a fun team to watch this year.
Moving to the Sun Belt.
Not much.
James Madison 8.5, Louisiana 7.5. Those are the best ones. I literally I've gone through it multiple times, just making sure I'm reading what I'm reading. They've got pretty much everybody else in this league at either 4.5, 5.5, and 6.5. This could be the Big 12 of the Group of 5, where they are, because let's face it, a lot of new head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Appalachian State, Marshall, Southern Miss. I think there's a couple other places with new head coaches, and they got rated in the transfer portal. They rated others in the transfer portal.
Yeah,
it's so wide open that Vegas is going.
We don't know.
This is good as mine right here.
Well, and with location of the Sun Belt, it makes it very difficult because if you want to play a power 4 opponent, you're right there in the middle of the ACC, the SEC, and the Big Ten. So I mean, it's not favorable schedule wise. But looking at JMU, I mean, I feel like they were always that team in FCS that was hard to beat, and they've kind of kept that tradition up this year. And I remember last year when they played, was it North Carolina? They beat like 70-50 or something like that. I mean, they've shown that they can keep up with the big guys. So I mean, I think it'll
return a lot.
Yeah.
Last year they were. Marshall beat them in overtime to make it to the Conference USA championship game. If JMU would have made it, they probably would have done what Marshall did to Louisiana, which is beat them by 30, and then they wouldn't have missed the Independence Bowl. But that's another story for another day. But they return a lot of those guys, and they did get some good guys out of the portal.
Yeah,
8, I think keep them just because they are probably the most solid out of, because everybody else is just
so up in the air.
And you're probably going to get one of those other teams in there.
Well, there'll be somebody that
there's always going to be someone else that's going to try to get up there with them. But I agree. I think keep what JMU has and keep what Louisiana has. Don't ever underestimate the Raging Cajuns.
No,
because there are definitely, if there's a team where you think, oh, they're not going to be that good that year, they usually end up being good that year.
They haven't been half bad without Napier.
Yeah, I would say that was one of those teams that you thought once he left there that they were going to fall off a map, but
they've made it to the conference championship game at least twice, 2 out of the 3 years that he has.
Well, and they always feel like you look at Louisiana, week 11, week 12, it's like, dang, they're 8-3.
Yep, they are. They're usually pretty solid.
They spend millions in facility upgrades. They're not afraid to spend money there. At the MAC, Toledo's your best bet right now at 8.5. Ohio and Buffalo right behind them at 7.5.
Yeah,
I'm keeping Toledo.
Yeah, I'm keeping Toledo. Yeah.
They were dangerous last year. I remember watching them whoop up on Mississippi State. That kind of was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I know it was Mississippi State, but still.
I mean, that is an SEC team getting handled by a team from the MAC.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Toledo's no joke. I mean, obviously, they returned a lot from a very good team last year. What was their win total set up?
8.5.
8.5.
Realistic.
It could happen. Yeah.
I give them 9.
Yeah,
I could go with that.
Yeah. Now,
but Ohio is always a contender in the MAC.
Ohio just lost their coach, too, to Charlotte. But they do have, I think they have it set up. Ohio and Buffalo, the best out of the East.
Mhm.
Toledo's going to be the best out of the West.
Mhm.
But then, if we're talking playoff odds here, 8.5.
That's
you
tough.
got to get the 10.
Yeah,
double digits.
And you're basically, if you're looking at group of 5 conferences, American, Mountain West, American, Mountain West, some Belt, MAC, Conference USA.
Yeah.
So you're the next to last worst.
You have to be very
have to,
impressive.
you have to win 11 games.
Well, and you just not only do you obviously have to do that, but you go and look back to prior to this 12-team playoff,
right,
when we had the 4-team, we had the BCS and everything. Mm-hmm. When you looked at those final standings, you always had one of those now group of 5 teams that had 10, 11, or 12 wins. Yeah, they might be ranked 20 to 25, but you plug that in, that is now your 12th team in the playoff. You always have to get to that number.
And most of the time, when you're dealing with MAC schools, they win 11 games.
Mhm.
They upset, not 1, but 2 Power 4 teams. Most of the time, Big Ten teams.
Yep.
And their one loss might be like a random snowy Tuesday night to Central Michigan.
Yep. Yeah.
Or they somehow fall in the MAC championship game because
That I feel like that happens a lot.
Because I think they play on Thursday nights. now.
And they're like they play at Lucas Oil, do they not? The MAC championship game?
No, that's the Big Ten.
Oh.
Ford Field.
Yeah.
Ford, that's what it was. Yeah.
Same area.
Yeah. But I was saying, I knew it was an indoor field.
Blue team.
Yeah. An indoor NFL blue team up in the Midwest area.
Yep.
Their schedule's not terrible though. Toledo. I mean, you got to go to Kentucky, but I mean, they're already going to be another bottom feeder in the SEC.
Yeah.
And then looking at some of their road games, they don't have to play Ohio. They don't have to play Buffalo. They got a road trip to Washington State late in October. But other than that, this could be a very, very dangerous Toledo team.
Going to the Conference USA ranks, you got Liberty sitting at 9.5. Western Kentucky is the next best at 7.5, and the rest of the league legit is either predicted at 4.5 or 5.5. So
I'm keeping Liberty.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have any Power 4 teams again.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we said the same thing last year. They were supposed to go undefeated, had this great quarterback, Jamie Chadwell, as head coach, and they went 9-3.
Yeah.
They lost to Kennesaw.
They lost. I would say they gave Kennesaw State their first. I think it was their first win against an FBS team.
FBS team. They just fell apart on like a random Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So is this another big time? Because they have to go perfect to have that playoff spot. I mean, they don't have to go perfect to make it to the CUSA championship game, but if we're talking, you're going to be one of the best 12 teams, you have to be perfect, and you have to have some sort of dominance while that is happening.
Yeah, I mean, looking at their schedule, James Madison's really their only competition, and that's early, a mid-September game.
That could be great for either side. Whoever wins that.
And exactly, but Jamie Chadwell's a coach I trust. I mean, he kind of won me over with Grayson McCall and that 2020 team with Coastal Carolina. So, I mean, if there's a team that could make the playoff with not having a very tough schedule at all, it's probably Liberty. They just seem to always be competitive, and they got a good coach. So, I mean, they're probably the only team that could win the Conference USA and make it to the playoffs.
Best team the Baptists combined.
Yep. I'm keeping them, but I don't. I feel like if you had to give me a list of like the top 3 out of the group of 5 that would have the best chance at getting into the playoff, I could see Liberty being number 3, but I mean, I think that you said it was 8.5 or 9.5. I think
they'll get
they
that.
get to 9. I do think they get to 10, but the question is, do they get to that 11 and be able to make it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they showed us last year that they could slip up to anybody because Kennesaw was one of the worst teams in the FBS last year. Nothing against them, so.
And it's
say if you just look off predictions, they'll go 12-0. But that's why you got to play the game.
That's why you got to play the game. Yep.
And that's you look at the group of 5 because that's the last conference. But so if we're just going off group of 5 conferences, not talking the Pac-2 or not talking the independents. Okay, you're thinking Boise. That's one. UNLV's up there. And then Memphis,
maybe,
and Tulane. Those are your top 4, and maybe you can fit JMU. So that's your top 5.
Yeah,
and then only one of those has got 10.5 on their name.
I don't think they get in at 10. I think they have to win at least 11 games.
Well, I mean, we could have some weird stuff where everybody in the group of 5 loses a couple games and you get a 10-2 team in there. It could happen, and I think that would be a case that would favor a Mountain Western American team because they play much tougher competition. But if it comes down to an undefeated team, I mean, It wouldn't shock me if we see like maybe a Toledo, maybe a Liberty sneak in there at the end. I mean, it's not very high odds, but it could happen.
And think of this: we obviously going back to last year, there's a lot of people who were complaining about Indiana making it or SMU making it and all that stuff. And the thing going into this year is, yes, obviously there is that number 12 spot that through the playoff committee's rules right now, until they end up changing them, which they will later, is obviously it's the highest ranked group of 5 school. This committee, at least last year, proved that you didn't really look at like maybe strength of schedule that much. You looked at just, okay, how many games did you win and everything. So who's to say that you end up looking at this, going back to a Liberty situation, what if they end up being 12-0 this year?
Yeah.
And they don't really have a lot of quality wins. And then behind them you have a Boise State who went 11-1. And let's say that their only loss was to a UNLV team who is also 11-1, and they both have better quality schedules.
Yeah.
Liberty might end up getting the nod because they're so-called undefeated.
Yep.
So, I mean, when you make the point to where there's could be so many teams that could be in play with this, it could easily just end up being who ends up having the least losses and screw the schedules. They're the team.
Well, I'm about to say, I think since last year we looked at record, usually they don't do the same thing 2 years in a row when it comes to letting the teams in the playoffs, so maybe it'll benefit an American team or a Mountain West team just because they're willing to play some tougher competition. So, but yeah, I mean, we don't know till we get to conference championship week who even got a chance to make it.
The Independents, I guess we can call Notre Dame a Power 4 team. I mean, they got them at 10.5.
I'll take them.
I'll keep it. Yeah, Connecticut 7.5. They get Huskies sitting there.
Is Jim Morris still their coach? Wow.
And they've got a lot of winnable games. They've got a lot of Power 4 teams, but none of those are just like, they stand no chance.
Yeah.
Syracuse.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe not. It depends. They got a lot coming back.
I could see them getting to a decent bowl game.
Yeah, I mean it's not a terrible schedule, and they kind of do what Notre Dame does with they'll pick a Big Ten or ACC. It looks like this conference. It's a lot of MAC and it's a lot of American. So I think it's a favorable schedule.
And the Pac-2, Oregon State 6.5, Washington State 5.5.
I don't think Oregon State's
Wow, they are really low on Washington State this year. I feel like every time you're low on them, they get a random quarterback that'll come throw for 4,000 yards. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Washington State. I think they'll easily win 6 games. I don't know if Oregon State will get to 7 though, because
I think they're both 6-6 possibly.
They both play such a random.
Well, and they play each other twice during the regular season, so I mean that kind of gives them a chance to one team to beat up on the other, so to speak. So
when's the last time we've seen during the regular season a team play the same team twice
in the regular season?
I don't championship or bowl game at the Division II ranks.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I would say they're just having to do that to kind of keep the Pac-2 afloat for another year.
Oh, yeah.
Until the rest of the Mountain West joins.
Exactly.
Pac-12. Coming up next, guys, we're going to play a little Friday edition of Name That Schedule when we return.
Here at Fields and Brown Barbershop, legacy means a lot. We're trying to fill big shoes left by my 2 uncles and my grandfather, where every haircut came with conversation and every customer left a little taller than when they walked in. The barbershop is about pride. It's about knowing your barber knows your name and your story. Come see us at Fields and Brown Barbershop, where tradition never goes out of style. 3 generations, 1 legacy, your barbershop.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tennessee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tennessee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit tennessee.com.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. AJ Good here with Taylor Plott, Hayden Burks, and Michael Marks. Guys, final segment, time for a little name that schedule. Start up with the SEC, which I'm sure you're going to get it halfway through. I'm just waiting.
Arkansas.
Week 1, home versus Charleston Southern, at Virginia Tech, out South Carolina. Home versus Georgia State, home versus Utah State, at Alabama, week off. Home versus LSU, home versus Missouri, at Texas, home versus Auburn, week off. Home versus Kentucky, at Tennessee.
Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm. Wow, they've got 2 non-conference games at home after South Carolina.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's a really weird.
Well, last year they played at Georgia State.
Yes,
that's true. Yeah.
So just a little weird there.
They didn't. Did they lose?
They lost at Georgia State last year because it was week 2. They beat Virginia Tech and then they lost to Georgia State, and you're like, what the heck is Vanderbilt?
And then they go and beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Week 1, at Tulane, home versus Western Illinois, home versus Oregon, week off, home versus UCLA, home versus Louisiana Monroe, at Penn State, home versus Purdue, at Nebraska, week off, at USC, home versus Michigan, home versus Minnesota, at Illinois.
This is a weird schedule. Is it Northwestern?
It is Northwestern.
Okay. Well, I was about to say, you're naming all these out west teams, but then you threw like Western Illinois in there. I was like, okay, that's an FCS team. They usually play those in state.
Do you know the mascot of Western Illinois?
Oh,
it's a great name.
Oh, I'm thinking of Eastern Illinois because that's where Jimmy Garoppolo went. So Western Illinois,
And Tony Romo.
Oh, yeah. I'd say they both went to Eastern Illinois.
Bearcats or something.
No, it's I can see it. It's a big
got a dog on the.
It's a big yellow logo, is it not?
Yeah.
Is it a retriever?
No, it's not. The actual logo is a dog, but the name doesn't have dog.
Oh,
What is it?
Leathernecks.
Interesting.
It's a very good name.
Well, I would say I like when you get to some of the FCS and D2 names. Love them.
All right, week 1 at Oregon State, home versus Texas Southern, home versus Minnesota, at San Diego State, at Boston College, home versus Duke, week off, home versus North Carolina, at Virginia Tech, home versus Virginia, at Louisville, week off, at Stanford, home versus SMU.
Wake Forest?
No.
That Duke is their rivalry. SMU, you said Stanford's in the schedule?
Yes.
Okay.
What was their non-conference again?
It is
Oregon State.
Oregon State, home versus Texas Southern, home versus Minnesota, at San Diego State.
Virginia Tech?
No.
They're in the. So this is ACC.
Did I keep kicking you off?
No,
Sorry.
you're good. Cal? No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, good choice.
I figured they'd have Cal and Stanford play week 12 or.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So I was like, who would they have playing? Because the ACC is so weird because at least in football and every other sport, I think it might be only football has 16 teams, and then every other sport Notre Dame plays, so they have 17 teams, so it's really weird.
All right. Week 1, home versus Portland State, home versus Stanford, week off, at East Carolina, at Colorado, home versus West Virginia, at Arizona, home versus Utah, at Iowa State, week off, at Texas Tech, home versus TCU, at Cincinnati, home versus UCF.
BYU.
Dang.
Yeah.
You started naming all the West teams, and I was like the ones that came from the Pac-12, and I had 2 left in my head that you hadn't said, BYU and Arizona State. So I was going to go 1 then 2.
Feels like Stanford plays everybody.
Yeah.
On every
I was about to say.
All right.
Stanford's playing 20 games.
Yeah, Stanford's actually playing 2 games a week.
Ain't going to lose all of them.
Let's go group of 5 here. At San Jose State, at Pitt, at Michigan, home versus Wagner, home versus Eastern Michigan, at Akron. Week off, at Bowling Green, home versus UMass, at Western Michigan. Week off, home versus Buffalo, at Kent State, home versus Toledo.
So we're looking at MAC. So it's Central. I was about to say Central or Eastern Michigan because you didn't say you didn't.
What is going on?
We got the new Apple Vision glasses, and we got the camera set up behind you.
Gosh, okay.
Because I know Central Michigan always plays the other Michigan team mid
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
Well, last time Central Michigan played Michigan State, things got a little.
And here I was thinking, man, I'm finally got a MAC team. I got to stump
Yep.
them somehow.
We love our action.
I got family up there, and they keep up with all Michigan schools.
Okay, here we go. FCS. Home versus North Carolina A&T. Home versus North Dakota State. Home versus Alabama A&M, week off. Home versus Tennessee Tech, at Eastern Illinois, at Southeast Missouri State. Home versus Howard. Home versus Western Illinois. Home versus Lindenwood, at UT Martin. Home versus Gardner-Webb, at Charleston Southern.
Well,
So is this OVC?
Thrown out. Yeah, it's OVC. Yeah. Who was the last game?
At Charleston Southern.
At Charleston Southern. Austin Peay.
No, they're in UNA.
That's right.
Is it UT Martin's in the OVC, right?
Correct.
Okay, but that's not UT Martin.
Correct.
No. Okay.
They're on the schedule, you said,
Murray
right?
State's not an OVC anymore,
No,
are they?
they're
Yeah.
Missouri
They're
Valley.
Missouri
Yeah.
Valley. Yep.
This is an OVC team, right?
Correct.
Okay.
OVC.
I was about to say, we're sitting here.
Keep up with it.
I'd feel really dumb if we sat here and named all of them, and you're like, actually, it's a Missouri Valley
It's
team.
a Big South OVC sort of deal.
Okay.
We got a ton of home games.
It's not ETSU because Tennessee would be.
I think ETSU is Southland,
Yeah.
or the SoCon one. I went through and looked at the FCS conferences the other day.
They got 8 home games this year.
Oh wow.
I'm just throwing a random name out there. Eastern Kentucky.
No, they're in UNA's league.
They're in
Okay.
UNA's league. Okay.
And see, that's why I'm thinking of teams in the Southeast. I'm like, it wouldn't be Central Arkansas because
Yeah.
they're in that league
They
too.
got 8 home games and 4 away games. That's crazy. And they don't play any any FBS teams.
Is Arkansas Pine Bluff? Are they OVC or are they somebody else?
They are
They are swag.
Well, for a while I was thinking this was a SWAC conference, but
It's throwing me off because OVC's had so many changes the past few years.
Yeah. He's smiling, so this is a good one.
Are they in Kentucky?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not Tennessee.
What? Give us
a geographical region.
Give me the geographic kind of area-ish.
I was going to say UT Martin, and
Yeah.
so they were in the schedule.
The South.
Yeah, the South.
Okay.
That's pretty
Okay,
broad.
so we've cut the U.S. in half.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be in like the Carolinas somewhere, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi.
If I give anything more, it's going to be
It's really
It's gonna
giving
be
it
too
away.
obvious. Okay. So in the South. Oh, jeez.
because there's no other way I could say
Yeah.
geographic region without it just going ding.
Oh.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
All right, we named off Tennessee teams. UT Martin, and that's the only one in the OVC.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's Tennessee Tech.
No, Tennessee Tech's in there in
It's
the
on the
schedule.
schedule.
Yeah.
Oh no, we look really dumb here. It's not Chattanooga, is it?
No, they're
Okay.
SoCon.
Okay,
No,
I'm just naming all the in-state teams because.
Because Sanford is SoCon too. So
Y'all sure it's Tennessee?
Oh no,
No,
I'm
it's
just
not.
naming
Oh,
all the
you're just
in-state
naming all
teams
the
because
in-state, okay.
when this happens, it's usually
It's
like
usually an in-state team. Yeah.
because it's happened for MTSU and Memphis.
That's right.
You sure you've named all the Tennessee FCS teams?
It's not Tennessee State's in the SWAC. Is it Tennessee State?
It is Tennessee State.
What?
They're in the OVC.
They're in the
South.
OVC. Oh.
They moved a long time ago.
Oh man, I'm just.
I don't know if they've ever been SWAC, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't, or because
I don't think they were.
As far as I know, I don't think
I
they've
keep
ever
up
been
with
SWAC.
UT
Yeah.
Martin more than I keep up with Tennessee State.
Yeah.
I want to say they were NAIA for a long time.
They were.
It's is it the Tigers? Tennessee State?
Yeah.
Or the,
Yeah, the Tigers. Yeah.
I mean, they've got 8 home games, and you get one of your rivals. Actually, you could probably say Alabama A&M's a rival because that's part of the Legacy Series. But
Yeah.
then you get.
Okay, there were
North
discussions of them joining the SWAC a couple
Okay.
years ago. That's what
Yeah.
threw me off.
You get North Dakota State at home.
That's
That's a
good
big one. That's a
at
big one.
Nissan Stadium, and Tennessee State made the playoffs last
Mhm.
year.
Yep.
So,
Is Eddie George still there?
no, he's
No,
in-
he's
Okay.
in Bowling Green.
Okay.
He's in Bowling Green now. These are the teams in the OVC Big South conglomerate, whatever. Charleston, Southern, Eastern Illinois, Gardner Webb, Lindenwood. Lindenwood was NAI when I was playing.
Yeah.
Because they were in the conference I was in. Southeast Missouri State, Tennessee State, Tennessee Tech, UT Martin, Western Illinois. Interesting. Could you guys name any Patriot League teams?
Okay, so that's like Colgate, right? Is Colgate Patriot
one
League?
of them,
So let's throw like is Maine in the Patriot League? No. Was St. Peter's? No, they were in the NEC.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
They
gonna.
don't have football either.
Okay. Oh, we're looking at just football. Okay.
Oh, sheesh.
Because that's the thing. When I think of FCS teams, I just think of those smaller conferences in basketball, and they're so much different in football sometimes.
It's mainly northern
Okay.
teams.
Is Georgetown's in the Patriot League? Are they not, or are they in the?
I'm going to say they are in the CAA.
Okay.
No, they are not. Are they in the Pioneer?
That may have been what it was. I literally got on I found a list of FCS conferences, and I was sitting there looking at them the other day, and it's so weird because like the A10 and the Big East are just non-existent in not basketball.
No, Georgetown is in the Patriot. I
Okay.
just overlooked it.
Was Butler in the Patriot League as well, or are they in the Pioneer League? Okay.
They're in the no scholarship league.
Okay.
You said mostly Northeast.
Yeah.
Is
It's
what about
mainly-
like
yeah, well, with one exception, it's all Northeast.
what about like Boston U?
No, that's I don't think they have football.
They're not football.
Is Villanova's Pioneer League too, aren't they?
They are CAA.
Okay.
The CAA.
CAA. Okay.
That's a really good league too.
Yeah.
Rhode Island.
No, that's CAA as well.
Long Island, LIU.
They're NAC.
Okay.
Vermont Catamounts.
C.
They're CAA, I think.
Yeah, they don't have football either.
How many teams are in the Patriot? 8.
8.
Oh, jeez.
So we got 2 of them.
So we got 2.
It's a random because it's a random mixture. There's a like half non-scholarship, half scholarship teams.
Sheesh.
St. Francis isn't in it either, are they?
No, they're in EC.
Okay.
They're not going to be in anything after that. What's that?
NYU?
No. NYU's like D3.
Yeah.
Oh, are they D3?
Other than
Okay.
hockey, they're D3 and
Okay.
everything.
St. Joe's or whatever. Okay. See, it's weird when you get to like New York because like most of these schools don't have football.
Yeah.
So it's Bucknell,
Bucknell, okay.
Colgate,
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
Colgate.
Fordham, Georgetown, Holy Cross,
Holy Cross.
Lafayette, Lehigh, and going from the CAA to the Patriot League was Richmond.
Oh,
that was
Spiders.
a big deal in the CAA.
I didn't know Lehigh had a football team.
That was a big deal in the CAA. Yeah, Lehigh, Bucknell's like a pretty, and Lafayette like that. Those three are huge.
Yeah.
Because most people think those schools and think Ivy League. but they're not.
No.
They're in the Patriot League. So, I love giving our daily FCS update to our guys. Well, guys, that will do for X Sports today for this Friday and for this week. We'll see you guys 1:30 on Monday.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.